So in today's NBA 2K17 Myleague rebuild, we will be rebuilding the Dallas Mavericks, a team that did sign Harrison Barnes in the offseason. I did enjoy that signing for them in real life. That looks like that is going to be the stepping stone of their franchise. After Dirk leaves, obviously he's it now. He's been it for a long time now. But if we take a look at this roster, really Dirk's leading this team for now. He's going to regress, but I mean, I don't think I would trade him even if I could, just because he's a lifetime Dallas Maverick. B is a no trade clause, so I can't move him even if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I'm honestly paying him $25 million a year is a stretch for him for a 38-year-old. I get he's a lifetime Maverick, but it's still a stretch, so obviously he's going to take up a big chunk of our salary cap for a long time. In real life, as I said, I do like the Harrison Barnes signing. I'm not sure if I like it here. I may see how it is for season number 1, unless, I don't know, maybe I'll move him, maybe I won't, but the rest of this team, besides Dirk, obviously, because no trade clause, is free to go, so I'll see you guys when I have my first trade. We are sending Wesley Matthews and Nicolas Brusino to the Milwaukee Bucks for Greg Monroe and Steve Novak. Greg Monroe is going to be our center definitely for this year. Don't know if I'm going to keep him next year. He is only on a one-year deal, so I don't know how that is going to go. I'm going to see what I can get for Barnes right now. I really decided that's what I want to do. If we look at the player contracts, though, so Dirk's obviously getting $25 million a year, and Barnes, and I just traded for Monroe. I want to move Bogut, Williams, get something for them while they're still here, so let's actually do that first. Let's go Williams and Bogut. Hopefully I can get two nice young players that I can keep for hopefully this whole video. Unless they're not great, then I will not. I'm not going to get them. I know you guys hate it. I'm not going to get them. Enes Kanter may be an option. But then again, I don't need a center or a power forward. So just a salary dump. I feel like I'm going to do that. Just have two bench players. So I'll take that. Now I'm going to see what I can get for Barnes. I kind of want to get a pick. Actually, if we could go propose trade. Player. Actually, I want to see what I can get for Barnes first. Harrison Barnes. What could that get me? And then if not, if I can't get anything great, I kind of want to pick. I want to try to get a pick from the 76ers because I know they have a lot of cap space. And I could get a pick, which is what I want, and they're going to be bad. So, yeah, I'm not seeing much for that. So, let's go ahead and propose this trade. If I can't get it done here, I'll see you guys when I have it. Let's head over to Philly. Give me your first round pick this year. I'm protected. What's wrong with this? They don't have cap space? All right, who's on a bad deal for you? Give me Bogut. Oh, did I just trade Bogut there? That's why I traded Bogut there. That's why. I forgot I did that. So I'll give you a future first as well. And then I'll give you a bunch of second-round picks. 3 seconds. This should do it. Are you kidding me? I'll give you one more future first. Are you serious? All right. I'd be willing to give up this pick if we take out these 2 second-rounders. There we go. All right, so you know what? It might have been a lot, but now we have 2 good picks here. We're going to have our pick and the 76ers pick. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season, number 1, or hopefully we can have 2 top 5 picks in the NBA draft. And at the end of season number 1, Russell Westbrook is your MVP, averaging 31.5 points per game, 8-11 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 steals, half a block. Very impressive stats from him. Simmons, Rookie of the Year. These are literally... Actually, Drummond doesn't really get Defensive Player of the Year too often, but 22 and 16.5. Oh my Jesus, that's very impressive from him. Tyronn Lue actually gets Coach of the Year as the Cleveland Cavaliers do go 67-15. Not sure if the Warriors got a better record than them or not, but we'll look at the standings. No, wow, the Cavs got the best record. How? Okay, we did terrible. Are you kidding me? How? That's so stupid. The 76ers made the playoffs. Just kind of annoying. So clearly we did not make the playoffs. If we want to look at player stats, Dirk led us in scoring. This team was just terrible. Monroe was actually decent, but I don't really want to pay him $17 million a year. So maybe I'll bring him back in the offseason. Maybe I will not, just depending how the salary cap situation is looking. So let's see who's going to win the NBA Finals. I hope it's the Cavs. The Bulls and the... Wow. The Warriors just choked a 3-1 lead. That might have just happened. Jimmy Butler's a 92. Finals MVP. Okay, well, the Bulls won it in year number 1. I don't typically see that, but then again, 2K loves the Bulls. I don't care what that says. I'm rejecting it. So let's go to the NBA draft. So I guess we're going to have 1 good pick, hopefully. Maybe I can use that 76ers pick to help me move up even further. So we got the 4th pick. That definitely screwed us because we were definitely worse than the 4th team in the league. So if I move 4 and 15, could I get... That's a ridiculous trade offer, but it's a nice offer. Drummond, I get him a lot, though. All right, so let's go propose trade, pick 4, pick 15 for pick. I want to try to get 1, but I'll be fine with. So let's see. Will they do it for 1? How about if I include just these seconds? Actually, this second maybe. I'm not gonna have any picks for the rest of this video. All right, so you know what? Let's just do this for the 2nd overall pick then. Hopefully that should work. I think this way would have been faster. There we go. Second overall pick from Detroit. Counter offer AJ Hammonds for John Lure. I'll just give you AJ Hammonds if you don't have to give me. All right. I didn't want John Lure's salary anyways, so I guess I'll see you guys at rookie signings who I take second overall. Here at rookie signings, we did take Josh Jackson with the second overall pick. In the second round, first overall, we take Marshall Huffman out of Fresno State. So I guess I'll just bring him in on a very cheap deal. Team player options, Nick Stauskas, yes. I'll bring him back. McConnell, I'll bring back as well. Yes, I'll bring these guys back just as bench spots. Anderson, I'll bring back. Monroe declines his player option. And Dorian Finney-Smith, I think these guys can just all be bench players, really. I don't feel like we're going to do too well in season number 2 anyway, so it's really not going to matter. Qualifying, we have none, so I'll see you guys either with my first trade or my first free agency signing. All right, guys, I'm here looking at the player contracts, and I actually did not realize, but Dirk Nowitzki retired, so I guess there goes part of our problem. Looking at these player contracts, though, I do want to trade Dwight Powell. It's a lot of money for him, so maybe I should have taken Harry Giles. That's what I wanted to do, but I realized I thought we were going to have Dirk, but we didn't. So I'm probably just going to do this for a first-round pick. Pacers, lottery protected. We don't have any picks. That's what we have, so let's take this pick from the Heat. They might be bad. You never know. They could be. So I guess I'll see you guys after my first free agency signing here. And after day 1 of free agency, we are going to be bringing in Stephen Curry, arguably one of the best point guards in the NBA. I couldn't get Kevin Durant. He went back to Golden State. What I'd like to do is I'd like to get Chris Paul too and then make Curry a shooting guard and have one of the deadliest backcourts in the NBA. That's what I really want to do. And there we go. We land Chris Paul as well. So Paul's going to play point guard and Curry's going to play shooting guard. I'm just going to switch his position. Bird rights on Devin Harris. I'll bring him back. We also have $15 million to mess around with if I can get anybody here. Randolph I'll actually take because we do need a starting power forward. I'd be fine bringing him in for around $8 million a year with a player option. George Hill's probably too expensive. Derrick Rose is too expensive. So it doesn't look like I'm going to have much money to play with. I'll bring Monroe back, actually. That's something I really did want to do. So hopefully I can let him back because that would be very important to this team. So let's go 20.7 with a player option. Devin Harris we get back. Randolph and Monroe. Oh, I can't afford Monroe. Do I not have bird rights on him? Okay, I guess I don't have bird rights on Monroe. So I guess I'll see you guys at the start of season number 2 with possibly some trades. So in this trade here, we are acquiring something we do need is a decent center. JJ Barea, Justin Anderson, and a 2021 first-round pick. Heading over to the Houston Rockets with Clint Capella and Kyle Anderson. Clint Capella is going to be our center for definitely this year at least. I definitely do want to keep him probably for a while because we need him to start at center. Because, I mean, look at these minutes. They're not great. I'm actually going to make this... actually, no, I'm going to keep it 10-man rotation, but I'm just going to change and give the minutes from Curry over to Majiri or whatever his name is, just because I need a backup center. I need a backup power forward too. Do we have one? Nope. So I guess these minutes can just go. Honestly, I'd rather give Seth Curry a few minutes. Honestly, no. I'd rather just spread them out actually. So we're gonna give Randolph has to get at least 30. Clint Capella has to get 34. So I'm fine with that, and I'll see you guys at the end of season number 2, where hopefully we can make the playoffs. Probably not win the championship, but at least maybe we'll get a good pick out of that Heat pick. And at the end of season number 2, Kevin Durant is your MVP. 30 points per game, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1.5 blocks. Stephen Curry left him, so I guess he kind of took over this franchise. Josh Jackson wins Rookie of the Year. We at least got one award. 14.5 points per game, 6 rebounds, pretty much no assists, 2.5 steals, and 2 blocks. I guess he was probably our third scoring option, so I guess that makes sense. Brandon Knight, 6th Man of the Year. Anthony Davis, Defensive Player. Cameron Payne, Most Improved, and Larry Drew of the 65 and 17 Warriors is your Coach of the Year. So let's see if we got anybody on any of these All-NBA teams or anything. Mavericks, we do have Stephen Curry right here, so that's good to see. He's playing shooting guard now, a little bit different than normal. Let's see. Blake Griffin went to Indiana. They must be good. Okay. Any more Mavericks? Obviously, we were going to have Josh Jackson on the All-Rookie First team. So 64 and 18, deadly backcourt. Deadly backcourt. Player stats, Stephen Curry, 26 points per game. Chris Paul, 16. This team is just very, very good. Capella with 12 rebounds a game. Then assists did go to Chris Paul with 8, and then Curry with 8 as well. So very impressive stats from both of them. Obviously, definitely the best backcourt in the NBA. Probably 2 top 3 point guards in the NBA anyways in real life. So let's get into these playoffs. If we look at the standings, we were, not the division, we were 1 game back of the Warriors, so happens. We couldn't have been first, or we should have been first, but we kind of blew at the end of the year. So we're taking on the 7-seeded Utah Jazz in the first round. We should sweep them, and we do. Now taking on the 3-seeded San Antonio Spurs. Everybody knows who they have. I don't think they added anyone really too great in their offseason. And, all right, 3-1, 3-2. Are we seriously going to choke? We just choked. Man. Curry, you cannot be tired. And same with Chris Paul. You guys got to play a lot of minutes here. I get how Randolph's tired. He's old. All right. 17. Randolph, you got to get 30. You definitely have to get 30, Clint Capella. You're young. Actually, you can have 30. Actually, both give you 29. They both need to be fine. They're both young, and they're not both young. Zach Randolph's not young, but Clint Capella's young, so he should be fine. And come on, beat them. It's kind of a close game still, but it looks like we just exploded. Now we're taking on the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. I don't know how it's going to go. 1-1 or 2-1, 3-1. Come on, don't choke this away. Come on, we're in Dallas. This should really get it done. Come on, don't choke it. And we are on to the NBA Finals, take on the 1-seeded Cleveland Cavaliers. So I don't know if they signed anybody yet. They could have, maybe on like a minimum. They signed Roberson. That's not really a minimum, but they signed him. This team's looking good. I'm not going to lie to you. This team looks like they got a good defensive shooting guard. They did that and honored Roberson there, and they have J.R. Smith off the bench with that shooting. But let's see if we can get it done here against the Cavs. 2-1, 3-1, and we win in season number 2. I guess that was a lot easier than I thought it was. It's really just because Dirk retired. It would have taken me a third season just to get rid of that contract. But Stephen Curry's your Finals MVP. 5 games, 38 minutes, average 24.5 points per game, 3.5 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, and pretty much no blocks with 2 turnovers. Very happy I got that done in 2 seasons. This team was very, very backcourt heavy, I guess. That made them really good. Stephen Curry, though, Chris Paul, Josh Jackson, Clint Capella, Zach Randolph, TJ McConnell, Nick Stauskas, Kyle Anderson, Seth Curry. I didn't realize we had the Curry brothers. Salah Mejri, I don't know who that is, Devin Harris, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Marshall Huffman. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like down below. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe. Basically, if you don't know this, the way I do it is order from worst record to best record last year. So I'm pretty sure the Trailblazers are next. So be on the lookout for that. If you have not seen the rest of this playlist with all the other videos, make sure to go check that out. And I'll see you guys all in the next video.